Hello everyone, this is Dr. Surya. So today we are going to see about BOD determination. So BOD is biochemical oxygen demand. So the definition is going to be, it is an analytical parameter. So it represents how much amount of dissolved oxygen will be consumed by your aerobic bacteria. So these bacteria will be living only in the environment which contains oxygen. So that is called as your aerobic bacteria. Okay, so it will grow on the organic material and it will decompose of everything. So you can write other definition also, that is the amount of oxygen that is required to oxidize the organic matter present in the sewage, or it is a measure of amount of oxygen that is required to remove all your waste organic matter from your sewage water in the process of decomposition, and which is done by the aerobic bacteria. So in simple, I can say that BOD is the amount of oxygen which is necessary for the bacteria to consume all the organic material that is present in the water. Okay, now we'll go to the problem. So in order to conduct a 5-day BOD test, a sample of wastewater was diluted with specially prepared dilution water which consists of a dilution factor of 150. The content of DO in the beginning and end of test were found to be 11 ppm and 7 ppm. So compute 5 days BOD and what is the nature of wastewater. So this is a question given to us. So they have given the content of DO, that is DO is dissolved oxygen. In the beginning is 11 ppm. And in the test it was, after the end it was found to be 7 ppm, and we are asked to determine the BOD value, 5-day BOD. So BOD 5, the formula is going to be oxygen consumed into dilution factor. So this is the formula. So oxygen consumed into dilution factor. So how can we calculate the oxygen consumed? It is going to be very simple. So in the beginning it was 11 ppm and at the end it was 7 ppm. Then 11 minus 7 will give us how much amount of oxygen is going to be consumed. And dilution factor is given in the problem as 150. So into 150. So which gives me BOD 5 is equal to 600 ppm. Okay, this is my answer. Okay, and one more question is also asked. What is the nature of wastewater? Okay, so if you take your drinking water, so if in drinking water your BOD level should be, if it is pure, if you want to drink that water, means the BOD level should be 1 to 2 ppm. Okay, so when the BOD level is between 3 to 5 ppm means it is going to be moderately clean. So it is okay, it is moderately clean. So polluted water means it will be having a BOD of 6 to 9 ppm. Okay, so suppose anything BOD which is greater than 10 ppm means it is considered to be definitely a polluted water. Okay, so in this problem you can notice that the BOD value is 600 ppm, which means the water is the waste is going to be very strong and definitely it requires treatment. So we can conclude like this. We can write wastewater is strong since the BOD is greater than 10 ppm and it requires treatment. Okay, so this is my answer. So we'll move on to the next problem. So next problem, if 2.5 ml of raw sewage has been diluted to 250 ml and the DO concentration of the diluted sample at the beginning of the BOD test was 8 milligram and then 5 milligram per liter after 5-day incubation at 20 degrees Celsius, find the BOD of raw sewage. So this is the problem given to us. Here also the same thing we are going to determine, that is BOD 5. So the same formula only, which is going to be oxygen consumed into dilution factor. Okay, but if you see in this problem, oxygen consumed you can easily determine, which is nothing but your 8 minus 5 milligram per liter. But dilution factor, it is not given to us in the problem. So we have to determine the dilution factor. So how to determine the dilution factor? So it's going to be very simple. dilution factor is equal to volume of diluted sample divided by volume of undiluted sample. Okay, so this is going to be the formula for your dilution factor. Okay, so if you see here, diluted sample means you can see that 250 ml. So the raw sewage has been diluted to 250 ml. So volume of diluted sample will be 250, and volume of undiluted sample, you can see that 2.5 ml of raw sewage. So 2.5 is going to be the undiluted sample. So when we are going to determine this, so BOD, 5-day BOD will be equal to oxygen consumed will be 8 minus 5 into 250 by 2.5. Okay, so which will give me 300 milligram per liter. So last problem we have seen about in ppm, the BOD value in ppm. So if you take here, if BOD value is between 200 to 100 milligram per liter, means it is told us to be slightly polluted. Okay, and if it is between 100 to 500 milligram per liter, means it is called as to be moderately polluted. Okay, and if it is between 500 milligram per liter to 3000 milligram per liter, it is called as highly polluted. Okay, and if it is between 3000 to 15,000 milligram per liter, it is called as extremely polluted. Okay, so if you see in this problem, our value is between 100 to 500 milligram per liter, so it is called as to be moderately polluted. Okay, so it means that we have to treat it actually, and then we have to use it for other purposes. That is the meaning. So the standard 5-day BOD is generally it is measured at 20 degrees Celsius. Why means the average temperature in water bodies will be about 20 degrees Celsius. So the BOD, 5-day BOD is also measured at 20 degrees Celsius. So we will move on to the next problem. The 5-day BOD of wastewater is given as 150 milligram per liter, and the K value is known to be 0.23 per day. What about 8-day BOD? Okay, and the test was run at 15 degrees Celsius. So till now we have seen a problem at one single temperature. So in this problem we are going to see at two different temperature. One is going to be 20 degrees Celsius and another one is 15 degrees Celsius. And the same way we are going to calculate our 8-day BOD. Okay, so if you see here, they have given your K value. Okay, so K value is given, means we have to find our KD value. So before going into it, I will give you the formula for BOD. So BOD formula is YT is equal to L into 1 minus 10 power minus of KD into T. So this is going to be the formula for your BOD. So BOD YT is nothing but your total amount of organic matter oxidized in T days. So in simple I can tell this YT as BOD in T days. Okay, so this is going to be BOD in T days. Next is going to be L. L is nothing but your oxygen equivalent. So in simple we can call it as oxygen equivalent. So otherwise the organic matter which is present at the start of BOD reaction. So during the start of your BOD reaction, how much of organic matter is present? So that is called as your L. Okay, next is going to be your KD. KD is called as your deoxygenation constant. Okay, so otherwise it is called as your rate constant. Okay, so deoxygenation constant. So deoxygenation means how much amount of oxygen has been removed from a substance, or the value of oxygen will be declining. That is called as your deoxygenation. Okay, so now if you see in this problem, your K value is given, KD value is not given. So what we are going to do is that we are going to get our KD value first. So for that we are having a formula which is KD is equal to 0.434 K. So this is going to be the formula. So in order to get your deoxygenation constant, we are going to get it actually using the formula. So KD is equal to 0.434 into the value given in the problem for K is 0.23. So which is going to be 0.1. Okay. Now if you see that in the problem, so they have given the BOD, 5-day BOD is given as 150 milligram per liter. So if you take in this particular equation, YT value, that is Wi-Fi value is given to me in the problem. So KD value is known to me and T value is going to be 5 days. So everything is known to me. So the unknown value will be my L. So L is nothing but my oxygen equivalent. So I have to get the oxygen equivalent first. Okay, so I'm going to use the formula which is nothing but my YT is equal to L into 1 minus 10 power minus KD into T. Okay, so in this problem I'll just rewrite it, that is Wi-Fi is equal to L into 1 minus 10 power, my KD I have determined to be minus of 0.1 into T is going to be the number of days. Since it is 5-day BOD, it is pi. So Wi-Fi value is given as 150. So 150 is equal to L into 1 minus 10 power minus 0.5. So if I calculate, I will be getting my L value as 219.4 milligram per liter. So what I have done, I have calculated my oxygen equivalent value. Next we are going to have another task. So which is something like that, we have to get our deoxygenation constant at 15 degrees Celsius, because what we have determined is going to be 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to get our KD value for 15 degrees Celsius. Why we have to get this value? Because in the problem it is given that if the test is run at 15 degrees Celsius, what is our 8-day BOD? So in order to get your 8-day BOD means T will become as 8 actually. Okay, and KD value also we have to calculate what will be the value for 8. So everything has to be calculated. Okay, then only we can get our 8-day BOD value. Okay, so in that case, KD at T degrees Celsius will be equal to KD at 20 degrees Celsius into 1.047 T per minus 20 degree. So this is the formula. So what I have to get? I have to get KD value at 15 degrees Celsius. KD at 20 degrees Celsius is 0.1, what we have determined earlier, and this is going to be 1.047. T value is going to be 15 degree minus of 20 degree. Okay, so this is what I have to get it out. So which is 0.1 into 1.047 the whole power minus 5. It can be written as 0.1 divided by 1.047 power 5, which will give me the value of 0.079. So KD at 15 degrees Celsius will be 0.079. Next we are going to determine our BOD 8 value. The same formula, which is YT is equal to L into 1 minus 10 power minus KD into T. Okay, so here BOD 8 means I have to write it as Y8. Okay, L value is going to be, we have determined it earlier, which is 219.4 into 1 minus 10 power minus of KD at 15 degrees Celsius is 0.079. Just now we have got it, into T will be 8 days. So it is going to be 8 days. Now all the values are known to me. So I will be getting my Y8 value as 168.2 milligram per liter. So this is the answer. Okay. So this is the answer for the 5-day BOD. Okay. Thank you and happy learning. I have given the description for the other subject or I have given the playlist for the other subject in the description. Kindly do watch it. Happy learning and thank you.